Greetings everyone, and welcome back to Diablo 2 Lords of Destruction in Act 2. We are moving about. I don't expect this of you, but if you want to help me, I would be grateful. In the sewers below our city, there lurks a horrid creature that hungers for human flesh. The creature has killed many, including my son and husband. If you destroy it, I will reward you. Please be careful, though. That beast has taken enough from us already. The sewer entrance is through the trapdoor just up the street. Alright, so that is our first quest. Find Radament's lair and let Golem sewer. So what she hasn't told us is that there's actually a southern entrance. I would consider this south, I guess. At any rate, we're going to go down here, sewer level 1. Of course, start looking around down here. Quite a few enemies. Gotta just back up a little bit. The lighting is still an issue for me, but I'll get that resolved. And my mercenary has died pretty quickly. I might want to train him a bit in Act 1 or something, it looks like. Or maybe he was just overwhelmed, I'm not entirely sure. So let's take a look here. Kasim, let's see what level he is. He's level 12. A little bit under our level, but that's usually the case for mercenaries. Don't have much going on up there. So we're going to try that again, and if our mercenary dies, we'll just sort of continue onward. Since, you know, we don't want this to last too much longer than it needs to. Do decent amount of damage here. And of course I actually did kill the special one, which special enemies usually drop potions of sorts. We're gonna go this way. Alright. And these enemies, particularly these sort of zombie mummy-like enemies, they usually, when they die, they leave a poisonous odor behind, I guess. And of course that leaves poison if you do walk into it, but it's usually not that effective, so it doesn't look like our way down is down here. It usually is, but in this case, that's fine that it's not. We have goo piles. Pretty disgusting, if I do say so myself. Alright, heal up just a little bit. Want to make sure everything is looking good. Alright, I'm running out of stamina, but that is also fine. Alright, I'm gonna take one of those, the only one I actually have right now. I'm gonna keep moving this way, I suppose. Oh, that's very nice. Inconvenient. Refill both my HP as well as my mana. We have found the stairs. Sewer level 2. Fantastic. I'll pick that up, get some money, perhaps. I'm gonna burn these guys. These, in Nightmare, or particularly, I guess, in Hell, they would probably most likely all be fire immune as well, which would not suit well for my character. But like I said, that's exactly why I would have this mercenary. I would have him a lot stronger, of course. And he would be able to at least alleviate some of the issues here that would be in later difficulties, but as for now, we are fine. Poison Shine, alright. That wasn't very effective. Would be more effective if there were more enemies around, but, you know. I like to show off things that I don't know if I've done previous episodes or not. My memory's not the greatest, so we have that going on. Always on the lookout to pick up mana potions, of course. I just want to make sure I'm always topped off, or at least pretty close to being topped off, just in case we come across a pretty intense enemy that, does a lot. So we have Sand Raiders, which are these tall figures with 4 arms, and they carry out weapons. Very reminds me of Goro from Mortal Kombat. Except Goro, of course, is a much more bulkier design, whereas these creatures seem to be particularly thin. Alright, we do have a mana potion in our inventory, so we're going to take that instead of returning to town quite right now at the moment. Try to get as far as possible, hopefully even reach the waypoint. If we can do that, then we can be all good. Alright. Doesn't look like the waypoint might be down here, but it's, oh, fantastic. Just exactly what I would needed to continue onward and forward. Alright. We're going to advance down here. Lightning resist. No, there's no enemies here in this area that do lightning damage. But that would have been more effective in future areas in Act 2, because you have the bug enemies who, every time you hit them, they send out electricity in every direction. And it's good to have lightning. Oh, I did pick that up. It's on top of my head, as you can see. I didn't notice that I picked that up. At least, not at the beginning. So now I know that I have that on. Again, not too effective here. We have a shield. I guess I'll pick that up instead. Of course, the waypoint's very close to where I initially came in, so I'm going to come back. Just pick up some mana potions here. Dragonon. Pick up the better mana potions, just so that, not very effective. I'll sell that item. I'll pick up a better item. If I pick up a better wand, then of course I'll be using that to assist me, but that usually would require that the weapon at least give me something to do with fireballs. There we go. The sewer level 3. We are making our way towards the end of this area pretty quickly. Alright. An experience shrine. Excellent. Alright, pick up. Always good to pick up potions. There's no real downside there. Use it now. The purple potion, of course, fills it up. Fills it up immediately instead of going up nice and slow. There we go. I'm getting okay experience here. This is usually like get to 18 to 20-ish level. And of course, we have a really tough boss, but that's ways to come from now. And we'll see what we can do when we get a bit further. Hopefully level up. I don't want to die, but it might happen. I'm not going to guarantee a perfect run, but that would be nice if I could pull it off still. I've not died yet, of course. We're looking for Radament, and it will usually pop up a little bit before we reach him, like a quest update, which is very nice. I like that it informs us that we are heading in the right direction. We're going to pick that up. 47, a bit better as far as numbers are concerned. We'll give this to you. There you go. So now we both have our metal armor. Decent numbers going on in this act. At least for now. I mean, this could be way better, to be perfectly honest. But my strengths could use a bit of a boost right now. If I want to have some really heavy armor. Which, for a sorceress, it usually isn't a big deal, but since I'm only doing this once over, it would be nice to show it off. The armor is, it doesn't affect the character too much. Well, except for the armor region, which is the body. But that exception, that's about it. Of course, you also have your helmet, which changes your armor, your shield, and your weapons. Alright, so I think I know where he is. Process of elimination is telling me he's up there, a lot closer to the doorway, of course, once again. Usually tends to be the trend of normal. It's usually a lot closer most times, but that's not always the case. It's just a bit more common. I don't know what the chances are of that, of course. And I've got to level up. Let's see, I'm level 17, so alright, we're gonna boost ourselves to a strength of 50. That'll allow us to get a better armor if we can afford it. Of course, as I expected, we have, oh, that's interesting. Oh, there it is, our quest update. Our quest log is telling us that we have near Radament. Alright, we're going to put on static, of course. Very effective. We're going to make a portal right here. I'm going to talk to Atma, which will recover our health. He was almost dead, by the way. Alright, there we go. That was pretty quick. We're going to right click. That'll give us another point. Create another portal. There we go. And it says, ask Atma for a reward. Let's see what she has to say. They say that the taste of vengeance is bittersweet, but I find it to my liking. In addition to my underlying gratitude, I have spoken to on your behalf with the rest of the townspeople. The merchants have agreed to show their gratitude by offering their wares and services at lower rates. Oh, Jaren wants to see you too. You'll find him in the front of the palace. Alright. So we got a bit of a discount now, I think. Alright, sell that. Stock up on what I need to. We're going to come over here to Farah. This is what I want, of course, 72. It doesn't look like I can afford that quite yet. Let's see, I have 6,000. No, I am not even close. So talk to the palace. You may not pass, so I'm not allowed to pass. I have heard of you, your many deeds and skill and bravery. I feel I can trust you with something I have been hesitant to speak of. Dragonin. And I have concluded that the Dark Wanderer who passed through here as recently was Diablo himself. Dragonin believes that Diablo is searching the desert for the secret tome where the great Hardric mage Taurasha keeps Bale imprisoned. You must find Diablo and put an end to the terrible evil that has fallen upon our city. Dragonin is wise and is sure to have some helpful advice for you as to how Taurasha's tomb may be found. If you take him, you quite time when your town. Okay. So that has actually given us the last quest, of course, for whatever reason. And my name is Buck Business. Please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time. Farewell, everyone.